So one error that I've noticed repeatedly in working with the Circuit Express playground is when you go to upload your sketch, it will um, perhaps get to like the 49% mark, or maybe not even that far. It will hang for a minute or so, and then you'll get this error opening serial port message, and the playground will have all the NeoPixels lit up green. Um, if that happens, don't panic. Just double press the reset button, which is the very tiny button on the middle of the board there. I'm going to click it twice, like a double click. It'll turn red, and then back to green. And then I can try uploading again. And hopefully on that second run through, the upload will be successful and you're ready to go and test your code. I want to show you a few other errors that you might encounter when you're working with Arduino. So I've got some code here that verifies that compiles fine, but if I go to upload it, it's gonna think for quite some time, but it's ultimately not going to upload. But this is different from the other uploading error I was getting, right, where the board gets to that green LED state and stops. This one's saying no device found on C Bluetooth incoming port and error code while uploading the sketch. And it's giving me a hint there that's useful. No device found here on this port. You want to make sure, if you get an error like this, that you've got the right port selected and the right board selected. So now I'm going to go and select the Circuit Playground Express port and double check that the board I have selected is also Adafruit Circuit Playground Express. That can be a problem, particularly the first time you launch Arduino. Those might reset to a different, or after you update, they might reset to a different board or a different port. You want to check that. Another thing to keep in mind too is your USB cable, right? The Circuit Playground Express uses the micro USB cable type. You might have a lot of these cords around from cell phones or MIDI interfaces or whatever other electronics that you have, and you might grab one of those to use with this. Any normal USB cable should be fine. However, a lot of the electronics companies, if their device is using this to charge, like just to charge a battery, and not to communicate with a computer, they'll make the cable with only 2 wires in it connecting the power and the ground, and no wires for the data lines, which is really unfortunate because looking at the outside of it, there's no way to tell that, for instance, this is a charging USB cable, and it will not work with the Circuit Playground Express. And if you connect such a cable up to your Circuit Playground, it'll turn on, it'll run whatever code it has on it. The light, the on LED will come on. But when you go to tools and try to select your port, it will not appear here because there's no data communication with the computer, right? So if you've got your board connected to your computer and you don't see it here, that's probably indicative of a problem with your USB cable. So I'd say try a different USB cable if that's the case.